Hello there everyone. Don't forget to push the like buttons to do the trolls heading and just the stories in the day. So yeah, me and the Duff were out. We were over South Bank, BTC's mum, Brent, his house at the Bell House, as I used to call the shape. My Uncle Jerry used to live there. So we've been over there, and Speedy was locked up, he was in jail. So Speedy's brother gave us a phone call, because we had them with the old-fashioned phones, the big massive ones, so we had one of them. So he said, can you phone us back? So I phoned him back off the pay. He was on a pay phone, so we phoned him back. A deal of them phones, expensive. So I phoned him back off a pay phone. He said, can you come over? There's going to be a deal on him about 3 o'clock today. These lads are coming in, they've got 5,000 E. They're going to be doing a deal. So it was one of Speedy's relations, his brother. So he said, I've sorted it out with you, Bri. He said, just give me a good drink. He said that only assholes from out the area coming through. So anyway, the lead range to come through from down somewhere Leeds, I think it was, just before Leeds, I think it was. They're coming through anyway, so me and the Duff thought, oh, we'll have a bit of this. Because obviously it was our area and selling stuff, and they shouldn't be coming into our area, because we wouldn't go to their area, because you don't do that. So anyway, we said, let's get some eat first before we go. Got something to eat, had a coffee, decide what we were going to do. We weren't bothered what we were going to do, because we didn't give a shit. So as we're going over there, me and Lee, we went and seen Speedy's brother, and he said, oh, such and such, it's in Hardwick, just before Hardwick, near a pub. So we didn't really know that area. Well, I knew it a bit, but I didn't know a lot. So he explained where to go, Pipenhall Road, go down there and turn left, blah, 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 and just need a pub. He said there might be 4 or 5 of them in the house, that's all. So he's given us all the information, what cars they had and everything. And so we heads over there, and on the way over, we only got fucking pulled by the police. So we got pulled by the police and we were to do a tax. So anyway, he's pulled over the lad. We've got a young lad in the car driving with us. Pulls it over, but he was all insured, tax test insured and all that shit. It was one of them dodgy insurance things, but they could never check. So he gave them all the dodgy insurance used to give them, but it was like stamped on me, they couldn't check, but there were loads of them going around. So anyway, he got dodgy, same as the MOTs, most of them were dodgy and all them days, so you could get dodgy ones for a couple of quid. So anyway, we set off again, so we go to Pipenhall Road, Hardwick, near the hospital, North Tees Hospital. So we go there, and the car, the black BM that they had, it was on the front, what he said they'd have. And we goes, and it was like, up there, they're old-fashioned houses, but they've got like, most of them have got brick walls, or they've got like a fence for the garden and that. And you go to the front door, but some of them are back to front, where it's the back doors at the front of the house, and the other way around, a lot of people use them. So we've gone to the front door, and there's a little wall, and we've looked, and there's about 6 of them in the house, knocked on the door, and we just, we got the young lad to knock on the door first. We've seen, when we drove by first, I had a scout about, seen it, then we've blocked the car, and I said, get behind the car so it can't get out, in case the stuff's in the car. Because that we didn't know at the time what was happening, you see. So we planned all these things, because we've done that many times. So anyway, we goes to the house, gets the young lad to open the door. Someone's knocked on, he said, oh, I'm just coming to get a bit of stuff. I went, oh, we're in, mate. And boof, we're in, me and the Duff. And I went, oh, that went and have a go. And seen it was being him, and fucking shit themselves. So there's another 2 in the kitchen, but they've gone and run out, they've opened the door and they run out the back door. But they never had an out. So we're there, and they'd already sold so many of them. Was it 5,000? I said, I think he said they'd come in. I think it was 3,000 left, some 3,200 left. So anyway, we said, give us that stuff. Then Lee got them, they're in a bag. He saw the stuff, about 3,000. So there was a couple hundred on the table. So he said, well, you can have them. And Lee said, you can keep them. He said, but if you want, the big fella in him, who was the driver for this, I won't mention his name, he said, these 2 go outside, and Lee said to them, and I'll fight you 6. So 6 of them in the living room. A couple of biggish lads, medium lads, and the ones who come with the stuff. Should be fucking coming around here. This is where we fucking work out there. We don't come here. Fucking who the fuck are you to come here? And they never said a fucking word. So they said, well, there's the E there, look, there's the bag. I'll put it on the table. If you want to have a go, I'll fight you 6 in here, or outside, or out the front, wherever you want. We went, oh, no. And they just would give us the gear. So we give the lad, who gives us the job, we give the lad a couple hundred E. and the young lad who come with us, we give him a couple, and then me and Lee went out on the night, and we were in Middlesbrough on the doors in different pubs. Do you want to buy an E? Do you want to buy an E? People were buying the E's instead of giving them to people to sell. Because what we used to do was to give them to people, say, if we get them for like, say, 8 quids or 10 quids, and you give them to them to sell, say, give them for 15 quids to sell for 20. So you make a five, but Lee went, fuck that, we'll somehow sell some. We can't stand on the door. So he's in Freddie B's, he's come to Belmont, telling fucking 8 on the door. As the people coming in, hello, you alright, do you want to buy an E? And fucking, we were off our heads as well, because as soon as he come out the house, he went, we only got round the corner of the car, he said, try them, big fella. I went, it was about, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, something, maybe a little bit later. I said, fucking tea towel, we're going to train or something. So he's give one of them in, you see what they're like, and he had one, so we were driving along anyway. And I'm like that, me, like, voice to the bottom of the settee. Remember the series, voice to the bottom of the seat? So I'm sliding down the fucking, like, you know, the chair. So we've got in the house, got somebody's house to sit in, where I used to live. And also I'm in my own house there, so we've been to somebody else's, but by the time we got there, I'm sliding down the settee, you know, cabbage with the ecstasy. They were a proper good thing. They were called Mercedes they were called. They got the Mercedes stamp on. And we had them, yeah, we was out, we were selling them in Middlesbrough. Fucking took us ages to get rid of them, but we sell them in Middlesbrough. It was a great town. Everyone was off their head on the ecstasy in the clubs, but yeah, another story in the day. Tax and drug dealers from just outside, not from Leeds, just outside the way.